top 5 at Nashville. Jamie?
Scott Riggs is making just his second start in the number 21 Richard Childress racing machine. And although he hasn't raced here at Kentucky since 2003, he was in the top 10 in final practice, and he went out and qualified 5th, the best effort for this team this year. Now, usually this race is won by a driver 25 years of age or younger. With the car he has tonight, Scott Riggs can become the oldest winner here at Kentucky at 39 years old. Marty?
All right, thank you, Jamie. As we get ready to go green, let's show you our race analysis. We're going to go around the track here a total of 200 times for 300 miles. Don't go over 45 miles an hour or you're going to get busted for speeding. And you can see our pit window, 55 to 60 laps. There is one streak we'd like to snap tonight. There have been a caution within the first 5 laps in the last 4 Kentucky races. See if everybody can keep it under control. We make it a little deeper before we have that first caution tonight. Great crowd on hand.
Brad Keselowski's probably hoping they don't have any trouble early here, starting pretty far back.
Well, that's some of the risk that we talked about. Pace car has turned off. Crowd is on their feet as they come out of turn number 4 and make their way down towards the front straightaway. This crowd coming to life, and race number 14 of the NASCAR Nationwide Series is green. Down the back stretch, everybody so far nice and clean. Joey Logano with Justin Allgaier right behind him. And Allgaier moved into second space, and boy, they're trying to open up some space already.
Oh, we got some trouble in turn 3 and 4.
Oh, we got a car sideways, and no, it's Brian Scott. Can he keep it off the wall? He just touches it. Now, will they bring out the caution? The caution is out. So,
okay, will it roll? Come on, come on.
We saw a lot of racing back there, 3 wide.
Unfortunately, we didn't make it again.
Nope.
Yeah, no patience back there right now getting to turn 3. They try to get it done. And remember, guys, after they got done qualifying here today, we had another rainstorm, so the track's really green right now. No grip. Looks like he just got loose. Let's take a look at the replay here.
Keep an eye on the 11 on the high side there.
And you see just in a hurry. Beckett 3 wide off of turn 2. Now, this is coming down the back straightaway into turn 3. And these guys are teammates at 38 and 11 car. Jason Leffler.
Oops, looks like they're trying to almost make it 4 wide and just didn't work.
And Jason just got up and his teammate, the 11 car, all accidental. But man, Andy, it's a lot of racing the first corner going into turn 3, I thought. A little aggressive. And that is bad when it's your teammate that takes you out.
All right, let's go on board with Brian Scott, and this is what he saw as he does some damage to the back of that number 11. And that's what it looked like. And that's what it sounded like.
With the 4 wide, he turned it. Hold the brake, hold the brake, hold the brake, hold the brake. Just sit right there. Sit still, sit still.
Now, here is Jason Leffler. Let's listen in.
I tell you, 11, you're going to stick me 3 wide like that, you know, I'm not going to lift. It's a long race, and you need to be a little more patient. That wasn't on purpose. That was a mistake, but that's what happens when you get 4 wide getting into turn 3.
Yeah, I don't know. I personally got a little problem with that. I'd have thought if I was a teammate, I would have lifted so it wouldn't have wrecked both cars, but it happened, and I'm sure they'll talk about it on Monday.
All right, let's reset it for you. It's Joey Logano on the inside. Allgaier, Riggs in 3rd, Sorensen 4th, Brad Coleman 5th.
In the initial start, we saw the inside lane. All 4 cars on the inside occupied the top 4 spots. So it looked like on that initial start anyway, the inside lane was the way to go.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a safe way around the racetrack, Andy, the bottom side of the track, knowing that they had a lot of rain out there. And the second group's not burned in at all, so you got to be a little careful in the top right now.
A little further back, you saw the 32 of Reed Sorensen. Now look at the battle for second heating up as the 21 of Scott Riggs gets underneath Justin Allgaier, and he's got the spot. And again, we're seeing the top 3 cars trying to pull away and make a little room. They're double file behind them.
It's not going to take only a couple of laps to really get a little bit of rubber on that second lane and get it cleaned up a little bit. I mean, get all the dust and dirt and grime off of it. And you can see right now Mike Bliss going to the bottom. You see Reed Sorensen, Paul Menard working that second lane. And right now it looks like he got some grip up there right now.
I think this track, you carry the banking pretty far off the corner. The straightaway is banked about 8 degrees, the front stretch. So coming off turn 4, you carry a lot of that banking, and that outside lane can work for you there.
Well, Brad Coleman's getting passed by Paul Menard. So Coleman, who started second in this field, said he was going to be patient, but has fallen back now. And now he's got the 33 of Mike Bliss taking a peek underneath, and Carl Edwards trying to sneak up into this mix as well. Josh Wise in the 7 has dropped back. You see him behind Carl in that 60 car.
You know, we had conversation coming into this race about Carl Edwards not showing up for practice last night and how that would affect the 60 car. He's been struggling a little bit this year, but last weekend he had a really good race, a good top 5 finish, and Eric Darnell set that car up, and Carl's told us earlier that, hey, I'm comfortable with what Darnell did, and right now it looks like Carl's car is running pretty good.
Right behind him, a good battle going on. You've got Trevor Bain door to door with the 7 of Josh Wise, and Bain looks like he's going to be able to clear him. Yes, he does. And here comes the 43 of Scott Lagacy trying to tuck underneath. Couldn't get there.
Yeah, really good run for Legacy. A good run for right here Josh Weiss in the 7 car and qualifying for Dale Earnhardt Jr. He proved he can get it done. Now he's just got to get this thing to the end of the race. So be careful in the first part of this race.
He's dropped back from 4th to 10th. How about checking in on points leader, Brad Keselowski, the 22. Remember, he started 25th. He's already up to 18th, guys.
Being pretty careful. I've watched him a little bit. He's just kind of picking his way through these cars, taking the spot whenever it opens up.
You know, he flew over from Michigan last night along with Joey Logano, and these two tested their cars and got them set up the way they wanted to. Brad came back from Michigan today, got in the car to qualify, and was very loose, sliding all over the racetrack. He told us, he says, I know I got a lot better car than that. When the track cools down, I'll get a lot better. And Andy, it looks right now, the car's much better.
Yeah, it looks good, but it's going to be tougher to pass those cars as he moves further up in the lineup.
Let's move farther forward in the field, because Scott Riggs has got a mirror full of the 12 of Justin Allgaier, and then Reed Sorensen right back there in 4th position. You're saying, wait a minute, where's the race leader? Oops, way up there, about 2 seconds ahead. And Joey Logano's trying to run away and hide from everybody. Here goes Allgaier taking a look underneath as they go down the backstretch. Can he clear Riggs this time and retake 2nd place? Yes. And immediately Riggs tries to duck right underneath him.
And Marty, I'll tell you, when he can get up in front, and what I call that clean air, I know people get tired of hearing about it, but as you see the Reed Sorensen and Riggs racing side by side, Justin Allgaier got that number 12 Dodge in what I call that clean air. It gives you all that downforce. And man, I'm telling you what, that makes the cars drive so much better. And that's what Joey Logano's got right now also.
I watched that 12 car. He's going through the middle of the corner. Great. The last lap, he was actually faster than Joey Logano. And like you said, Joey Logano is definitely in clean air. Nobody around him.
All right, while we've got all this, let's update you on a couple of cars. The 92 of Setzer and the 61 of Carter are both behind the wall. Scott Wimmer is a lap down already as he has dropped to 41st position. And there's also more troubles for the 11 of Brian Scott. You already saw the ding in the back. That's when he crunched the wall, but we're hearing that he may have scraped the wall just a few laps ago, but
he's all the way out of the groove. Yeah, it's a little more than a scrape.
Yeah, that's more than a scrape.
I tell you, if he could see what his rear spoiler looks like, he'd understand why. That thing is really laid back. Andy, there can't hardly be any downforce on the back of this car because of that.
Oh, gosh, it just absolutely destroyed aerodynamically there.
Battle for 4th. You see Brad Coleman in the 18 trying to get underneath Scott Riggs in that 21. He's side by side through the corner. Can Coleman take the spot as they exit? Doesn't look like he has him clear yet. Let's get an update on the 21, Vince.
Well, this is a big race for Scott Riggs. This is his last of a 2-race deal on this 21 team, and they're running very well, but they just don't have the funding from Riggs' perspective to continue on with this team. So Scott Riggs told me tonight, he said, they're racing for sponsorship. I'm racing for my career. I wouldn't expect Riggs to leave anything on the table tonight here in Kentucky.
And we're very early in this race right now. And look out, we're hearing word that Carl Edwards is slowed all of a sudden.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 cars past Carl Edwards in 3 and 4 and down the front straightaway. Now we see 2 more just kind of filing by this 60. Don't know what the problem is. Dave, do you know what the problem is with the 60?
Yep, Carl radioed on lap 8, super loose for the 60 car, and just a little bit tight in the center of the corner, but mainly loose was what Carl was complaining about.
Brendan Gaughan's going underneath him right now. He's going the wrong direction.
Well, I'll tell you guys, we talked about this earlier in our show. I really think he needed to make the effort and get over from Michigan over here to get this car handling better, and now he's paying for it.
I'm not sure. You don't think he may have something wrong like a flat tire, because he's really slow.
Well, he really could have. What's it look like at times right now? Almost about a second off the pace. But he's loose. He's all over the place right now. The car's not handling. Could be a right rear tire. We can't see that from here, but could be.
Just screaming loose.